Imagine you're so tired. You got home from work and now you decided that it's time to go to sleep. As you lay down and you're drifting, you're about to fall asleep. Before you really fall asleep, you're half awake and half falling asleep. Then you realize that you can't move. You can't even breathe. You are almost like paralyzed. Ladies and gentlemen, at this moment, your consciousness is stuck in your vessel, meaning you are stuck in your own body. You are aware of everything's going around you. It's just that you can't do nothing about it. And fear comes in. And now you start to see dark shadows, demons, shadow people, entities. And now you're screaming for help. It's almost as you living in a nightmare. But in this nightmare, you are conscious awake. And you are aware that you are having a nightmare. And this is called sleep paralysis. Welcome back to The Mind is the Altar. What I'm about to tell you is not my personal experience. Although I had a similar experience, this experience comes from one of my spiritual group. His name is Don. He said that one evening, him and his friends, they were watching a movie on Netflix. They came to his house. Don got tired and he went in his bedroom to just take a nap for a few minutes. He said before he fell asleep, he felt something heavy that's sitting on his chest. He knew that he was about to have a sleep paralysis. He felt like he couldn't breathe and he couldn't move. Don, he found himself stuck between this physical realm and the astral realm. And this is when you're conscious and you're aware on what's going on in this physical realm, but you can't move. He said he could hear the TV and his friends laughing, but what they don't know is he is struggling and he can't move. He's having a sleep paralysis. He said, Don said that he seen somebody open the door. It was a woman. As he felt presence in his room, he was scared. And this woman, she came and sat right next to his bed. He still couldn't move. He can't move a muscle. He tried to wake up. He's fighting and screaming. The scream does not exist in this physical realm. This woman, she sat closely in his bed and she turned around and looked at him. And he could not believe who he saw. It was his mom, who had passed away a couple months ago. He said that she said, I just want to say good night. That was odd. It was very odd because it was daytime and Don was just trying to take a nap. But Don knew this was not his mother. This was an entity on the astral realm appearing she's appearing like his mother, so he can stay at ease. And then as soon as she said that I just came here to say good night, her face turned into something else, like an ugly demon. And luckily one of his friends, they came in his room to look for something, and then she disappeared like a smoke, vanished. Dan woke up grasping for air and he was sweating. He asked his friends, didn't you hear me screaming? They said, no, we did not. And he knew what was going on. He's familiar with the sleep paralysis and these entities. So he let it go. The thing is, sometimes these entities in the astral realm, they will mind trick us. They will come as someone that we know. So, demon attack on the astral realm is not really physical attack, rather than it's like energy attack. Truth is, when you having a sleep paralysis, the shadows and entities you will see does not mean that you are personally being attacked. Don asked me if he was personally attacked. No, you're not being personally attacked. There are a couple of things happening when you're having a sleep paralysis. One, you feel like you are trapped in your own body to where you will never wake up, so you scream for help. Two, the reason you feel stuck in your own body is because your soul is not fully returned into its body yet. And your soul is in between the astral realm and this physical realm. And therefore, you are in between these two worlds. Now, you being aware of these two worlds, you feel stuck. But your mind is not ready to experience what's going on yet. Your mind is not ready to experience on what's going on in the astral realm. And this is when we develop fear. Fear comes in. And when this fear kicks in, because what you're seeing in the astral realm, this shadow, these entities, this fear, it releases a chemical. And this chemical is what these shadows feeds on. See, when fear kicks in because of what we're seeing in the astral realm, sometimes it kind of confuses on what's real and what's not. Sometimes you'll see a ghost coming right towards your bed. Like the ghost will open the door and will come right towards your bed, and then you will have multiple thoughts. Sometimes when you see this ghost opening the door and it's coming straight towards your bed, you feel the presence. And then this presence, you will have multiple thoughts. And these thoughts, at this moment, they're very scary thoughts. The reason you're having these thoughts is because you feel the presence around your room. You feel like you're about to be attacked. And sometimes you feel like you can't breathe. So you fight to wake up. The more you fight to wake up, the more you get tired. Sometimes this happens during daytime. When you're about to take a nap, you can hear your family in the other room watching a TV in this physical realm, while you are fighting these entities and having a sleep paralysis in the other room. So you scream for help, but no one can hear you because your scream does not exist in this physical realm. You are screaming in the astral realm. Once we become conscious in the astral realm, our brain goes into a shock because we're not familiar with the astral realm, and then we go into a very extremely shock, and then this shock will cause us to be afraid, and therefore this is when we release the chemical because of fear. This chemical that's coming out of our body when we are fearing something, and this chemical is what the shadows and entities they feed off. Like I said before, it is all about your energy. These entities in the astral realm, they cannot physically harm you, but they can feed off your fear. This is why you feel their presence, because what's happening is your soul is not fully returned into your physical body, and you just happen to be awake before it does. Again, sometimes when people wants to wake up from this nightmare, sleep paralysis, you can start by wiggling your toe and therefore try to wiggle your whole body. And sometimes before you go to bed, if you're religious or spirituality or whatever you are, pray to whoever you believe in to protect you before you go to sleep. And it's very important to look around the house. Sometimes you might have an object that's causing the sleep paralysis, because To be honest, we are not ready to see the astral realm yet. Some of us are, and some of us are not ready because our brain cannot explain what's happening. Therefore, our brain, it goes crazy, and it creates this, false hallucination, and it creates this crazy thoughts. And that's why you're trapped in your body. You're thinking, you can hear your thought, you can hear what's happening in the physical realm, but you just cannot move. My friend, you are stuck between the physical and astral realm. Until next time, guys, thank you for listening. Feel free to subscribe to The Mind is the Author. Also like, comment, share. I just want to appreciate for your time. I'll see you next time.